Good morning, students. Hope you all are good. And this is Nilanjana Bera. Today we will be doing optical illusion. Usually it plays on our eyes and confuse our brain. It is also great to work with optical illusion, and it helps us to understand better vision and demonstrate how closely our eyes and brains they work together. Optical illusion happens when the brain struggles to connect what is seeing with what is expected to see. So it will be great fun to work with these. I will be using the primary colors to work with this optical illusion. Let's start working, and the material required for the same are. In the first step, you can start working with the pencil and a ruler, where you divide the sheet with a vertical line and one horizontal line. There can be lines like a diagonal which divides the sheet from the center, and if you think there will be more patterns and partitions, then you can draw multiple lines. Make sure they are almost like equal kind of thing, and if you think it's required, don't draw too much of fine partitions. I think this much is enough if you can count. In 12 sections it's being divided, and now if we are creating this optical illusion where only it plays and tricks our eyes and brain. Now I have alternatively chosen here to draw some curve or arch line. Now alternatively I am doing, and the blank spaces where I have left it, there it will be reverse kind of line. So what I'm doing, I have just opted and doing the alternatives first, and make sure these partitions which I'm making, they are like an equal kind of thing. Here I'm doing randomly, so you can just measure and do, or this will be enough. Just don't try to overdraw more lines, then it will be little more confusion while working or coloring, so you have to just take care of that. Now the second kind of patterns which I have started is the reverse kind of thing. It's more like in spider web. In spider web you usually draw this kind of line, so here one is the similar kind of thing and another one is the reverse one. Once you have done with that pencil, then you can outline the same with the marker pen. Here I am using a fine sketch pen. Even you can do it with a bold marker or a broader tip pen. The basic drawing is almost complete, and it gives you a feeling of a movement where each line is in a wave kind of thing, but just try to draw the partitions little equally, so it's give you a little bit more accuracy. You can just broad up the lines which we have drawn. Because I have used a fine tip, so I'm trying to create a little bit of thicker line here. So if you have a bold marker, it will go perfect for that. Let's start coloring and see how we are going to work. I am demonstrating you with the green color. See, this is the way you're going to work. We will be putting little pressure on the sheet to get that color on the paper and mixing it with the yellow. So this is the green and yellow, which turns a light green shade in the center, and same red and yellow, it gives you a little bit of orange shade, orangish tone. So all the primary color, and I want to demonstrate when I am using blue oil pastel and mixed with yellow, it will be giving you the similar kind of effect which I have done with the green. So instead of green, we will be using this blue. So we have three primary: yellow, red and blue. See the similar impact, exactly the same. Now you have to carefully observe in each drawing or each shape. I am just doing it from left and right, not on the top, so that the center is with that bright yellow or it being mixed with that red tone to create that orange. When you start working with that yellow, make sure you applies it on the center first and then on the sides to smudge it, because we need that clear yellow color as well. That mix of red and yellow, that gives you a bit of orangish tone. And even when we do this light tone at the center, it kind of gives you a little bit of high and low kind of feel, or a little bit of gradation in the center, which makes your drawing a little bit more prominent. Now just after the first section completed, I'm going to leave the second, which is just a drawing with that, and going to start with that third. So somehow we are going to alternatively color, and that will gives you more impact. Now same way I am just putting little pressure from the side and then at the center, so that should be beautifully done. If suppose while working with oil pastel, what happens that colors moves here and there, you are not going to clean it with any cloth or tissue. You will just blow a little air, or you just pat it somewhere so that it is clear. So you will not be doing anything like smudge kind of thing, and don't try to remove it with your hand. You just tap that paper on the side and it will be all clean. So even after working, and make sure that when you're coloring, you should not keep your hand over that works, like I have started from this center like anti-clockwise, so I'm moving in that pattern only. So it should be like my hand should not come over the areas where I have already colored, and if it's happening, then the fist will be little higher and it should not touch the paper. That is the thing that you have to take care of it. See, the moment you have mixed two colors, it really gives you a very beautiful effect of smudging and roundness to that object. See, because we have take care of the colors and the center is kept yellow, so it gives you that volume kind of thing. And the same that we have studied like primary, they really makes the things brighter, and even the yellow, when colors are being used very properly and like a balance kind of thing, your artwork or anything where you are applying color, it can make magic and very eye pleasing too. Now this is the last section with yellow and red, and next which I'm gonna start is blue and yellow, and see how well it will turn to green. Now you have to carefully work. Now again we will be using alternative. It will be just like where we have done white right now, just along with that we are going to start with the blue. Same technique on the edges of that line with blue, and from center I'm going to start with the yellow just to keep that gradation part. And see, when it gonna smudge, it will turn to green. When you're doing the smaller section, just be a little bit more careful because the area is small, so you have to work a little slowly. And you know, oil pastel have a wider tip, so you have to just take care of the edges carefully, because if it comes to the other portion, it will not give you that much impact which you are expecting from it. Now you know that yellow and blue are quite opposite, so when we are mixing, it may be there color is having the traces of green and blue, so you can clean it with a cotton or tissue each time if you really want that things to be a little more prominent, clear and like impactful. In oil pastel, if you have small pieces of colors, just don't throw them. You can use according to the space. See, this is the last portion which I am doing, and once it's done, you can remove all the extra colors if it's there on the sheet. Just be a little more careful with that. We don't want any other color on the white portion. Once it's done, just with a pencil like any gradation pencil or the normal pencil also work. Just on the edges of each white portion, just give little bit of pencil shading, and the center again just leave it white, and it will volumize each cone. Hope you have understood and will definitely try. Thank you.